Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Forest Glen Park Game 2, 7-inning game here in Game 4 against Bethel, Huntington University. Carson Watkins, Ryan Walker here on the call. Hopefully we have no technical or graphical or anything-ical audio worries here in this game. But we got Tyler Pappenbrock.
Just no technical difficulties, please.
Exactly. As long as we can get the live stream on.
Yep.
We got Tyler Pappenbrock on the mound, had a complete game, 7-inning, 1-run game against the Indiana Wesleyan Wildcats after an injury. Carson, you want to run some numbers on him?
Yeah, 34 innings pitched this year. This is his 8th appearance, 7th game started. He's 2-2 on the year with 1 save, actually. Hey, Ryan, 4.67 ERA, 7 strikeouts per 9 innings, and 27 strikeouts on the year.
Now, if you take a look at split stats in the conference, Tyler Pappenbrock has been really outstanding for the Foresters in his freshman season from Leo High School, coming in as a lefty. Had some elbow tightness in the game against Spring Arbor, which took him out for, a start or two maybe, and now has come back, and his first game was outstanding, went the full distance in those 7 games, and now got moved to the Game 2 to the Game 4 starter, giving him some extra time, and now has a job to do here to try to earn the split for the Foresters as they take on the Pilots again here in Game 4. Andrew Miranda will lead things off for the Pilots. They have a 2-1 series lead. Foresters looking to salvage a split, but Pilots trying to get their way onto a 3-1 series victory here on the road. First pitch from Pappenbrock is a swinging strike 1. Miranda 1 for 5 in the last game, but he's had a really good bat in this series and a really good glove out in left field. Pappenbrock, the lefty. As we said before, a freshman. Can top out at 90-91. Not sure after the injury if that remains the same.
Deal still behind the dish. Kilsheimer went out in the first inning of the last game after getting hit with the bat.
That probably did not feel good.
Probably not.
But now 3-1 to the leadoff man, Miranda, who's done a really nice job leading off games here, seeing a bunch of pitches and making the pitcher work. So he gets a strike there for 3-2, but Miranda seeing 5 pitches so far in the at-bat. A really good start for him. Continuing to foul pieces off, keep Pappenbrock in check here on the mound. It is a 7-inning game, so pitch counts become a little bit less important than the 9-inning game, but not Zach Plesac, excuse me. His brother, Frank Plesac, was able to go to the distance.
You probably would have thought it was Zach Plesac. I mean, that was just about as good as a game as you're going to get.
Thanks for covering me.
Honest mistake. Probably not the first time it's happened.
I'll bring up the 2-hole man, Jeremy Wiersma, the Crossroads League leader in stolen bases. He's attempted a couple different times in this series. So he's got 23 on the season. Squares to bunt. This one down the line. It's going to roll foul. Trying to advance that runner over Andrew Miranda. Got a couple stolen bases on the year. Did get pegged by Jaden Deal in Game 2 yesterday, trying to steal second. So he is 4 for 8 on the season in stolen base attempts. 50% is probably not good, at least on the bases, but he still can do it. One and one the count here to Jeremy Wiersma, second baseman.
Gonna want to watch that pickoff though. He spiked it before it get to Owen Young. Young was able to get in front of it, but
Runner going, swing and miss, or no, I was going to say that he foul tipped it. So the runner will have to go back to first. Miranda. Good opportunity for the Foresters to pick up an out here, keeping the runner at bay over at first. Miranda attempting a couple different times, unsuccessful though so far. The bunt attempt went foul, the hit and run attempt, foul tip. As he throws over to first, got him leaning for a second, but that lefty move allowed him to go back in time. Definitely going back there on that throw, no doubt about it. So when Young corrals it, make sure that Miranda stays put over there and that doesn't go into a dugout or out of play. The 1-2, base hit into left. Really good piece of hitting from Jeremy Wiersma. Now, with nobody out here, Bethel has a couple of runners on, including one in scoring position.
Yeah, Daniel looked. He just kind of looked to the left and realized it was already past him.
Dominic Deisler at the plate. For the Pilots, three-hole man, 0 for 4 in game 1. It just finished about 40 minutes ago. Was behind the plate for the first game, now a designated hitter. Riley McElmeal will be behind the plate for the Pilots. A little bit too far inside for ball 2. And now the Pilots have an extreme advantage here, nobody out. So that's in their favor. Runners, there's a runner in scoring position and at first, so that's their advantage there. And a 2-0 count, that's a huge advantage as well. Now 3-0. Pappenbrock's going to throw this one somewhere in the zone to avoid a walk here to load the bases. And he won't. Bases are loaded now for Alex Stout.
Gonna call a mound visit with Ginder and Deal. Oh boy. Yeah, I said last game the Foresters just couldn't catch a break. They really just, I mean, about everything that could have went wrong, and still happening right now.
Now batting for the Pilots, the third baseman, number 19.
Alex Stout now to the plate, 0 for 4. Last game, played a really good third base, though, getting a couple key outs. On the series, though, 1 for 11. First pitch in there for a strike. Corners are playing in. One will be off the bag. Lichty playing even. Still nobody out. No score yet, but Bethel threatening with nobody out. This one's fouled straight back for strike 2. Strikeout would be crucial in this situation. Could potentially set up a inning-ending double play. Try to get all 3 of those outs, but that's a lot of effort that you have to get in a short amount of time here with nobody scoring. The 0-2, swing and a miss. Strike 3 from Tyler Pappenbrock to get out number 1 with the bases loaded. And now here comes Eli McDonald. All he's done this series is a 2-run home run that eventually would win the game. 2 for 4 in that game, went 5 for 7 yesterday with 3 RBIs. What a series he has had. First pitch is in there, called strike one. McDonald didn't like it. It was a little bit high and inside, but just getting that top left corner was Pappenbrock, according to home plate umpire.
Yeah, they solved one problem. They got one strikeout, but then they just got a big other one.
Looking for something on the ground here. A hit to one of the Foresters. Middle infield will play double play depth. Lichty even with the bag. Owen just in front of it, towards the left a little. This one hit right to Owen Young. He's going to fire home. Force out is good, and that's all they're going to get, but the run will not score. And now with 2 outs, bases are still loaded, but nobody coming across.
Yeah, just about all you could do there. If it was hit a little bit harder, Owen might have been able to step on the bag and then try to fire home, but maybe just don't risk it there.
Yeah, because you'd have to tag at that point, and that would be because the force out would not be in play. So I think I see what you're saying there, but him playing just in front of the bag wouldn't allow for that, unfortunately. But still, though, can't get too greedy, right, Carson?
Absolutely not. No.
Well, you can, I guess, but Pappenbrock definitely would like to end this inning here with no runs skating across. You'll have to do it against Cooper Tolson. See, swings and misses at pitch number 2. That'll even the count at 1-1. This is a 7-inning game. Just a reminder. Every out, every inning is that much more crucial in the shortened game. It's just by 2 innings, but it's so important.
Yeah, a lot can change in those 2 innings.
Yep. And he rings him up on strike 2. Forster dugout loves it. I'm sure the Bethel dugout probably doesn't appreciate ringing up their hitter on strike 2. But now 1-2. It'd be interesting to see a called strike 3 here. And they won't, at least on that pitch. Evens the count at 2-2 now.
It's the second time that's happened this weekend.
I know. Oh, man.
Look at the Forester dugout. Man, they're into it.
Well, it's good. That's good. Here comes a 2-2. Called strike 3 that time. Foresters get out of the jam. Dugout explodes after the top of the first. Bases were loaded with nobody out. Foresters get 3 outs in a row. No runs come across. 0-0 game going to the bottom of the first here on FTN Sports. Sullivan Swingley, lefty on the mound for the Pilots. Game 4 starter here this afternoon, trying to get the win, which would win the series 3-1. Carson's got some stats.
Yeah, 51 innings pitched on the year, a 5.12 ERA. He's only given up 4 homers, 31 strikeouts, and is 4-3 on the year.
Well, the Foresters in Game 2 yesterday definitely had the bats swinging. Got a home run from Satchel, Wilson, Langston, Ginder. Forgetting one. Jaden Deal as well had a home run. Couple opposite field ones. All of them to right field or right center.
Yeah, Deals was funny because it just kept carrying.
Yeah.
It looked like a fly out and just kept going and going and going. And then the right fielder jumped up for it, missed his glove, and it went over the base, went over the wall.
Well, they'll bring up Daniel Lichty. Gets his first hacks at it against Sullivan Swingley. Here on the mound for the Pilots. Lefty will deliver the first pitch, called for a strike. Lichty, a switch hitter. I'm not sure if he's hit on the right-handed side, Carson, this series. I'm not sure. He taps this one foul. He has been struggling in this series. Just a couple hits. 2 for 12 so far. Pitch is outside. They'll call it a ball. Zwingli had an excellent start, in which he got the win against Goshen last weekend. 1 run, which was unearned. Doesn't strike out a lot of hitters, but did have 5 in that start. Just the 1 walk. He's only got 15 and 9 starts. And he's also 4-3, so a really nice end to the rotation here in Game 4 for the Pilots. A little bit too far outside. I don't think they're going to be getting that outside corner today, Carson.
No, it doesn't look like that way.
Here comes the 2-2. Lichty hits this one towards Alex Stout. Makes the play over at third for out number 1.
Now batting for the Foresters, the center
Ian McCutcheon to the plate.
Ian McCutcheon.
1 for 3 in that last game. Had a double with 2 strikes off of Frank Plesac, that is.
Good job.
Not Dan or Zach. Although that would be very interesting. Takes the first pitch for a strike. Slow curveball. Moving right into the middle of the zone for strike 1. I don't think McCutcheon was looking for it.
Breaking balls really hurt the Foresters.
Yes, it has. Here comes the 1-1. Check swing, but called a strike anyways for strike number 2. McCutcheon goes down 1-2 here in the bottom of the first. Gets a good swing out of this one. Puts a charge into the gap. And getting right there is Shalaski. But McCutcheon's going to head into second. Sliding in safely for a double. And the Foresters got a runner in scoring position here.
Yeah, good start there. Foresters really just need to wake their bats up somehow.
Now batting
Another extra base hit for McCutcheon. He's got 2 today so far. Had 3 yesterday. Double, triple home run. Just continues a really good season at the plate. Now is over there at second base. Langston Ginder will try to bring him home. McCutcheon going to take off on the first pitch, and he's going to get there without a throw.
He started going almost right away. Not a bad idea to get himself in scoring position that easily.
McCutcheon now over at third. Forsters need that. Now with 1 out, fly ball would likely score the speedy McCutcheon at third. Ginder will take this one a little bit too low, maybe a little outside as well. Which will even the count at 1-1. So he ropes this one, and that's going to be past the glove of Cooper Tolson. Foresters take a 1-0 lead off of the bat of Langston Ginder. So now that'll bring up Satchel Wilson to the plate. Had the lone RBI in that first inning in Game 1 against Plesac.
Satchel Wilson.
Went 0 for 4 officially. Looking to change that here, get his first hit of the day. One on the ground, set up for a double play. They get one, throw over to first, not in time. But that will be out number 2 as Ginder will have to go back to the dugout.
That's about the third or fourth time that's happened this weekend. Where Langston Ginder's got on, Satchel Wilson's hit a hard ground ball to the middle infield, and Ginder couldn't beat it out, but he did. Certainly helping his batting average out.
Matt Wolf to the plate. Wilson, team leader and second place in the Crossroads League in stolen bases. He's got 16 on the year as he takes off first pitch. Here comes the throw, not going to be in time. The Foresters have 2 stolen bases here in the first inning.
Man, they're just being aggressive on the base path right now. Base path, yes. I drug that S on a little too long.
Swan into the dirt. Wilson not going to bite on that one, though, as now the count evens up at 1-1. Wolf 0 for 3 in game 1 here today. Game 3, I guess I should say. Take this one outside for ball 2. Not a ton of productivity from hitters. 3 through 9. A bunch of offers in the lineup. The only 2 hits were from Lichty and McCutcheon. This one skied in the air towards right. Dolan going back and makes the catch. He's played a really nice right field and makes another catch out there in right. Foresters do get one across the board off of the bat of Langston Ginder as we head to the top of the second. 1-0 our ball game here on FTN Sports. Pappenbrock on the mound for inning number 2 of work. Got out of a bases loaded jam back in the top of the first. 7-8-9 though coming up for the Pilots. Riley McElmeal, who makes his series debut here.
Catcher number 16, Riley McNeil.
He'll be behind the plate for the Pilots today, catching Sullivan Swingley. First pitch to him is ball 1. McElmeal, 135 header on the season. He's played 13 games. This will be number 14. As he looks through a strike there. Just 2 RBIs on the season.
Very, very animated umpire. I like it.
He'll ring you up on 2 or 3 strikes. 2-1, swing and a miss. Move the count to 2-2 now. Taps this one foul and stays alive. Here's the 2-2. Skied in the air towards Langston Ginder at second, who backs up and makes the catch in shallow right field for out number 1. Shalaski at the plate here. Manning center field. 0 for 2 in game 1. Take on Tyler Pappenbrock, righty-lefty matchup. This one hit high in the air towards McCutcheon / Ginder, I guess, who's going to go out and make the catch, running towards McCutcheon in center field. He'll just take it himself.
Get your fielding percentage up.
I guess so. Maybe he's not happy with it, I guess. McCutcheon maybe have had a better look at it out in center field, but Foresters do get the out nonetheless with out number 2.
Thomas Dolan.
First pitch, pretty close to him inside. Thomas Dolan at the plate. Had an RBI. It's 1 for 4. Pitch is close, but called for ball 2. He's had a really good right field, Carson. A couple diving catches, a leap at the wall yesterday, and I think he's made every single catch that's come at him, which is a lot.
Yeah, and especially that last game, the 9th inning.
Yep.
I mean, Satchel Wilson barreled that one to right field, and it was right at the wall. He slammed into it, grabbed it, and made a difference. Every run the Pilots were able to get were preceding a Forester error.
He did have that RBI too. 1 for 4 that we just mentioned here. Just been really productive. He's saved some runs as well as bringing some in. It's always nice to have. Wow, look at that throw from
I
the
know what to
umpire.
say. He launched that thing.
Man, hopefully the radar gun picked that up. We'll have to ask Arbuckle down there, who's doing some of the pitching charts, see how fast that was. I think it was at least 93. As that one, whether or not that was 93 or not, hits him in the shoulder. That cannot feel good, but the Pilots do get a base runner.
Maybe the chance from the dugout will make it feel a little bit better.
The left fielder.
Yeah, he's definitely feeling it over there, but he's going to have to go over there and run at first, as now Andrew Miranda will step up to the plate. Walked his first at bat. Got walked and was able to get to third with nobody out and could not score. Pappenbrock with a couple strikeouts and a nice play from Owen Young to throw home and get the force out. Dolan's got 2 stolen bases on the year, 3 caught stealing. Pappenbrock. He's got a 2-1 count on Miranda. Lefty on lefty. This one's hit into center field. McCutcheon camped under it, makes the catch for out number 3. Pilots get a runner via the hit by pitch over to first, but strand him there with 2 outs and gets the third one to McCutcheon. 1-0. Foresters have the lead here on FTN Sports. back on the mound. Sullivan Swingley wearing the number 9 on the mound as Donovan Clark and Bubba Baker race each other over to first. Not sure what that's all about or where Bubba Baker's going, but
Leading off the second inning,
going to go grab something in the
Forsters, the left
shed out there,
Jarrett Gray.
or just getting an excuse to run.
Someone's been standing there. A pitcher's been standing there all game.
Interesting. Okay.
Taking video.
Taking video. Gotcha. Yeah, the new technology this year that Forsters are using alongside a couple other Crossroads League teams. Synergy, using video to get some data analytics and watch some film. See some numbers. You can see all sorts of things. It makes Carson and I super
Geek out.
excited. And Cam Pitzer, who's doing sort of what I would call an internship with the team, and kind of running that behind the scenes and creating scouting reports and player development as well. And I always will go upstairs into his apartment. He lives above me with Joey, and go talk to those guys about that. And I always go, hey, Cam, do you think you can give me the password or something? Go in there and look at some of the stuff. You can see everything, the swings on 2-2 pitches, or as a pitcher, you could see, how you're throwing in this count, or looking at other players. How did they fare against this pitch in this count, or anything like that?
Yeah, we're big analytics guys, so kind of our nerdiness.
Jarrett Gray will get things started with a bloop single to right, which will try to help the Foresters out. He's been struggling in this series as well at the plate, but getting things started. Maybe that's just the one that you have to see to get your day going.
Yeah, he needed that. He went back. There's batting cages back here. He went back and
Yep.
took BP in between games. He
Was
wasn't.
Langston, right?
Yep, with Langston. Langston was throwing pitches to him.
Yep.
Wanted to see the ball better.
He's had a tough series after really the last few conference series. Has been climbing that average up. I think he sat around the 250 average range after the series in Alabama against Ottawa, and has just been climbing ever since. So we see our first throw over by the lefty. Gray on the season, he's just had another really, really good season this year. 306 on the year, 7 home runs. He's driven in a lot of RBIs as well for the Foresters. Definitely could get maybe an award this year for honorable mention, second team if he really turns it on. And also a pretty good glove too, Carson. He does it all. And I guess with some speed, as Coach Thad Frame calls for the hit and run, that one will be foul, so Gray will have to trot back to first. Gray doesn't know it yet, now he does. He'll go back to first. That's always the worst. You take off stealing, sprint over to second, you realize, oh, well, I got to go back to first and maybe try it again.
Yeah, not very fun.
Wears you out sometimes.
Now you're going to sit there, and the pitcher's going to try to pick you off probably.
You could.
Nope.
Tapped in the air towards center. That one is going to drop. Jarrett Gray's going to have to go to second. He will. Trying to read if that was going to be caught or not so he wouldn't get doubled up. Made a really good base running play, and now the Foresters have 2 ducks in the pond here with Nick Davitt coming up.
Speaking of which, do you think you're done trips to Alabama for the year? Or?
We'll see. We'll see. I hope not. I mean, a potential opening round site. That'd be great.
Hey,
Be fun to
Faulkner,
head back
Faulkner
to
Eagles.
Faulkner.
You wanna,
Yeah.
Hopefully it'll be a little bit warm. I remember that first day. It was beautiful outside, and then it just got real cold.
Well, I'm not going to
Windy.
complain. I got good weather in February.
Yes, you did.
Or I guess, well, yeah, February and March for us when we went down for basketball.
Yep,
That was fun. Quite the year for Forester sports in the last couple of years.
absolutely.
After COVID,
Yeah, that wasn't very fun, but post-COVID, Forester baseball's been Forester athletics have been pretty good.
This one on the ground. They're going to try to get Gray, and they're going to call him out over at third on the force out. That was real close, Carson. I'm not sure whether he got him or not.
Yeah,
I'll have to go check the
Yeah,
replay.
I'm gonna go take a look at it. That was pretty dang close. Coach Thad Frame over there is a little hot, but let's find out here. Super slow-mo.
You guys can also do the same at home. You can rewind on the YouTube stream. See, he's showing Iggy and not me.
I thought you saw it.
No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, looks like he got there. Very close, though, Carson. It's a bang-bang play. You know, we have the luxury of slow motion here. Umpire's got to make it in full time. So that'll go as a fielder's choice against Davitt. Same situation now with one out up on the board. Young will man second, Davitt over at first. Jaden Deal swinging in game 2 here. So he takes this one outside for a ball. Deal has been swinging it nice lately. Struggled in the last game, but went 2 for 3 against Indiana Wesleyan with a home run. Yesterday had a couple hits, including an opposite field home run to deep right center field. This one high in the air, playable and camped under as Thomas Dolan. Making the throw over to third, but not in time, as Owen Young tags up to third. Top of the lineup, though, for the Foresters. Daniel Lichty steps up to the plate.
Now batting for the Foresters, the third baseman, number 16, Daniel Lichty. Golf is a run. Seems like every bang play is went against us. Yeah. This whole week.
Throw over to first without a tag. Davitt this season, 12 stolen bases for him on the year. He's been caught stealing 3 times, but he's created runs on first and third before. They'll throw back over. Davitt took off early against Indiana Wesleyan in game 4, so the pitcher decided to throw to second. Davitt kind of got caught in a pickle, and the run scored from third. See if he tries it again. They'll throw back over again. 3 times in a row. I'm not sure if Bethel knows that Davitt has done that, but they definitely do see the 12 stolen bases number from Davitt. So he gets a huge lead. That one's called a ball. That one looked good from here, but as we mentioned before, outside call has not been made. Swing and a miss from Lichty. And here he goes. Over to second. Gets in a pickle. And Nick Davitt has done it again. Carson creating a run. We just said it too. They're doing the same thing.
He's a top-level IQ base runner. I mean, it's always got to pick him off. Had that big lead, just went for it. He might have been, I mean, he might have, I don't know how long he could have kept it going. It's a very weird rule. It's one of, like, the weird baseball rules. I think if Young would have crossed while he was still in the pickle, the run would have counted, but.
That one's going to be a base hit into left. Thad Frame going to send him. Here comes a throw to the plate. Not in time. Foresters have taken a 3-0 lead off of a base hit from Daniel Lichty.
Really good. Really, really good hit there from Daniel Lichty. Got it right through the gap.
Lichty gets an RBI here for the Foresters. Nick Davitt creating a run, as well as Mikael Meal is going to go out and talk to his pitcher, Sullivan Swingley, just trying to calm him down here probably after the run that was caused throwing into center field. One play by Nick Davitt, and then getting Daniel Lichty a nice pitch that he can hit, bringing in the run. So I'll bring up Ian McCutcheon.
Ian McCutcheon will be at the plate for the Foresters.
Looking to add on to his nice weekend. Doubled and stole a base in his last plate appearance. Just takes this one outside.
"35 pitches here for Swingley. Not really a terrible place to be in, especially in a 9-inning game.
Takes this one for a strike. Probably the first time we've seen an outside strike here in game 4. This one's in the air towards right field. Dolan camped under, and I'm going to assume he's going to make the catch. He will. But not before the Foresters score a run off of stolen base from Nick Davick, creating a run, and a base hit from Daniel Lichty, which gets in Jaden Deal. 3-0 our score. In favor of the Foresters here on FTN Sports. Tyler Pappenbrock, a little bit more of a cushion. Carson, 3-0. Foresters have the lead on 5 hits.
Yeah, he certainly would like that. Run support's huge, really helps you out. Gives you a little bit more comfort. We saw how much that's important in game 1, right? Again.
Swing and a miss to start the 3rd inning from Jeremy Worsma. It's going to be 2-3-4 in the inning. Deisler and Stout. Another swing and a miss from Pappenbrock. Goes down 0-2, and it's really important to get a 1-2-3 inning here, Carson, with Eli McDonald sitting right there in the cleanup spot in this inning if it were to reach him.
Yeah, I'd say so.
This one's going to hit Pappenbrock on the leg and just go right through Satchel Wilson for a base hit. As the designated hitter, Deisler, will come to the plate.
Now batting for the Pilots, their designated hitter, number 2, Dominic Deisler.
Runner at first with nobody out. Pappenbrock got him 0-2. Put a good swing on it. Just ground ball to Daniel Lichty. He'll glove it and throw across the field to first and makes the play.
Another really great defensive play there from Daniel Lichty. And a long line of them.
I'll move a runner into scoring position, though.
The third baseman.
And likely to bring up Eli McDonald after Alex Stout here. Unless we get another double play in the air, Carson, that we've seen a couple different times this series.
A lot of really unconventional double plays.
Yeah. Worsma's got a ton of speed, 23 stolen bases on the year. Maybe won't take off to third, but on a base hit, a little bit more likely to score than any other player. Lefty on righty matchup. Here comes the 2-0. In there for a strike. Carson, how much, I have my own thoughts on it. How much of you, as an analytic nerd, as you call yourself, which is definitely true, how much of a lefty-righty matchup do you really take into consideration?
It's obviously a factor. You know, you look at it. Well, that helps.
Yep. Run going to try to go to the plate. Lichty tried to cut it off as a run will score for Bethel. Go ahead, Carson.
Yeah, really, it does make a huge impact. It really changes your approach to hitting, especially when you have to consider you're looking at something different, especially with the lefty, which is not as rare at the college level, but something you don't necessarily grow up seeing. And, you can look at the batting averages and see, hand matchups kind of can mess with your batting average.
It's just always a topic of how much do you believe in that. They say that if you're facing an opposite hand, then you have the advantage at the plate, and numbers usually indicate that that's the truth. Sometimes it's the opposite, though. When in Major League Baseball, you see, hitters that do really well on one side, as this is a single into right. Runners will stay put. You'll see sometimes that a hitter does some all-star caliber numbers at one side of the plate. Other side maybe will struggle a lot or just a little sometimes. And it's just crazy to see how different it is, seeing the ball from what side of the plate you're on and what he's throwing on the mound. There's some people that live and die by that will throw a lefty on a lefty just to get that same hand and same bat.
And that's why switch hitters are such a high premium, too. Mm-hmm. So you never really have to focus on that.
To me, I think there's a lot of truth into it, but I think whoever's the best in the situation, no matter what hand it is, would be the best way to go. Pappenbrock will get out number 2 on the ground. Runners move up into scoring position. So that'll bring up McElmeal to the plate.
The catcher, number 16, Riley McNeil.
Yep, runners threatening here. Big out for Pep.
Base hit might tie it if it comes down to that point. Forster outfield playing a little bit in, about mid-depth though each. McCutcheon with a little bit of bad arm in center field. Had he had been healthy, you would have likely the best arm in the outfield that the Foresters have. That pitch is called a strike. Evens the count at 1-1. Gray's got a decent arm. Davitt's got a sneaky good arm out there too. So a swing and a miss from Pappenbrock. Now moves the count to 1-2. 3-1 is our score. Pilots threatening though down their last strike in the inning. We'll see who wins the battle. One-two swing and a miss. Pappenbrock gets out of the inning with just one run, ending the inning on a strikeout. We'll head to the bottom of the third here on FTN Sports. Sullivan Swingley, double S's on the mound again. Here in the bottom of the third, he'll have to take on Forster's 3, 4, and 5 hitters. Carson, what do you think this is kind of a loaded question, I guess. What has been the difference between Game 1 and Game 2 for Forster's hitting? Because it's been completely a different team.
Well, I've been told the objective of this game when you're on offense is to get the ball in play and run the base path and cross home plate. They started doing that again.
Yeah, well, it's very true. And
I think seriously though, better plate discipline, and also they're getting luckier bounces. They're beating the gaps now. Just I think a little bit more luck.
Ginder had a rip at that first one. A lot of truth into that. I think they put the ball in play a lot in that first game, but I'll tell you what, the Bethel Pilots defense is really outstanding this series. Really played really good on the glove side of things. Have created some runs on the offensive side as well. And they even put one out of the ballpark to win the game last game here. Forsters have had more home runs, but
Yeah, but
that's not the name of the game all the time.
Yeah, it's absolutely not. We talked about that yesterday. I mean, when all you can do is hit the deep ball, it doesn't really help you out too much.
Ginder gets a good swing on it. Throw will pull the runner off, and Ginder's going to be safe at first.
Good base running there from Ginder. Really legged it out.
We'll see what Ignatius calls over here. He's going to give it a hit. I agree with him. Langston will get his second base hit of this game here. He moves to 2 for 5 on the doubleheader so far. Our stats guy, Iggy first, over here helping us out on the broadcast.
Who's Iggy second?
Who's on first?
What's on first?
Base hit into left field by Satchel Wilson.
Well, Satchel Wilson's on first now.
Yeah. He'll trade spots there with Ginder as Wilson now gets his first official hit of the day.
Who's on first? What's on second? I don't know who's on third.
Nobody's on third right now.
Nobody's on third, you're right.
We'll see. Maybe somebody will end up there with nobody out. I don't know.
That skit never is not funny.
Matt Wolf at the plate. 0 for 4 today in the doubleheader so far. Flew out in the first to end the inning. Nobody warming up in the pen yet for the Pilots. First pitch to him is ball 1 outside, maybe a little high. Wolf will call time, adjust the gloves, and climb back into the box eventually here. Just got to do your job here, advancing the base runners at any point, whether that be a hit or slow roller somewhere potentially. Definitely not a bunt situation with Wolf at the plate. I wouldn't think. I think they'd let him swing. What do you think?
I think so. I mean, he is a designated hitter, not a designated bunter.
Nice one.
They don't pay me to be here for nothing.
Wolf's got a 1-1 count. Ginder drawing some attention. Swing and a miss, though, from Wolf. Ginder getting a good jump over there. He's definitely not afraid of second baseman there.
No, he's certainly not doing really well. But, I mean, he's pounding that glove. You got to be careful. The Forsters had a really good pickoff move at second. Ginder's kind of staying. He's over there with happy feet. That's for sure.
Staying over at second, really close to the bag. Now will retreat and gets inside move. This is what the Forsters love to do on second base, is really toy around with the pitcher and try to draw some attention off at Wolf at the plate. Trying to maybe increase the chances of a mistake pitch down the middle.
Yeah.
Or something that he likes. Or throw one into center field too. We've seen that already.
We definitely have.
This one a little bit too high, moves the count to 2-2. A little bit more favorable for Matt Wolf. Ginder drawing a ton of attention, but not taking any negative steps towards second base.
You know, we'll see what he does, especially if he has a good enough lead, if he'll risk it all and try to gun it for third. Doubt that'll happen, but...
This one's tapped on the right side, outside of the diving glove of Jeremy Wiersma. Thad Frame will hold Ginder over there at third, and now the Foresters have the bases loaded after a 2-strike hit from Matt Wolf to opposite field.
Yeah, Forrester's bats just seem to be waking up in game 2 a little bit better, Ryan. I don't think they had the bases loaded all of the first game.
You know,
It was an oddity if they had 2 players on base.
to the credit of
The Bethel.
Frank Plesac and Bethel defense, it was an outstanding performance on both sides there. But back-to-back-to-back singles here on Swingley will bring up Jarrett Gray, who had a bloop single to right back in the second. So he takes this one high in the air, near foul territory, and missing it is Alex Stout. So that will keep Jarrett Gray alive, who is probably pleased to be going back up to the plate.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Gray still alive here after that. Just dropped by Stout, which was a surprise because Stout has played an excellent third base all series, just lost it. See if Gray can take advantage of it. He'll check. Field umpire says no.
Stout was pretty frustrated over there at third. He thought he had it. Kind of just popped out at the last second, too, so really a play he wanted.
1-1 to Gray. Called a strike on the outside corner. Hasn't been there all game, but has been there at least once or twice. Now Gray will fall to 1-2. The bases loaded. Wolf at first, Wilson at second, Ginder at third. Gray at the plate. This one a little bit too far outside. That time maybe a little low as well. Swingley approaching 50 pitches on the start here in the bottom of the third. Has not recorded it out yet. Looking to do that here with 2 strikes. Here's the 2-2. Hit on the ground towards second baseman Wiersma, who bobbles it, fires over to first, and gets the out. Run will score. The Foresters have a 4-1 lead.
Yeah, really good play there. Wiersma just kind of bobbled it, gave enough time for Wolf to get the second, avoid the double play.
Now batting for the Foresters, the first baseman, number 18, Owen Young.
And recording RBI for Jarrett Gray.
That'll bring up Owen Young to the plate. Singled back in the second. As he taps this one foul out of play near the wall. One hit a tree and kind of went down pinball style.
It's about the 15th foul ball to the right field side for Owen Young this series.
Yep. It's been hitting it to opposite field a lot as of late. Worked against Indiana Wesleyan last weekend. Really for both teams. So he hits this one to opposite field. Going back is Dolan. He's going to make the catch. A run will tag up and score. Foresters up 5-1.
A lot on that one, but another really good day and right from Dolan. And another RBI on an out.
I was going to say, it sounds like Max Mosier coming up to the plate. Different walk-up song. He'll replace Davitt here in the inning.
Number 29,
They'll
Max
play
Mosier.
his walk-up song from last year. Not sure if that was intentional. as Mason looks over at me and realizes the mistake. He clicked on 2021. I was going to say, as soon as I heard that, I was like, that was his walk-up last year. And I was looking down. I was like, sounds like Max Mosier, and there he was.
Well, we'll see what he gets here. Maybe if he gets a RBI here, maybe he's found another walk-up song. Maybe.
What was that?
I said maybe that's peak analytics right there. Where we can go to the guys who have 2 different walk-up songs and see where they hit better with which walk-up song.
Mason must have found a stat in this inning. Mosier hits well with that walk-up song with 2 outs, with runners in scoring position.
That sounds like a stat. You ever watch those sports broadcasts and they're like, oh, here's Ryan Walker. He's the first pitcher to have 4 strikeouts on a day that was 49 degrees and sunny with the wind coming out of the west at 17 miles per hour. You're like, who found that stat?
Who keeps these stats anyways? Mosier down 1-2. Trying to keep the inning alive here. Fouls this one back. Mosier's had a pretty good season so far this year. He's hitting 300 as primarily a pinch hitter situation. He's started 1 or 2 games in the field. He's DH'd. He's played left field. Got a lot of time in left field last year, a natural third baseman. But if you're hitting the ball, they'll find you anywhere.
You helped him tape his arm up earlier today, too.
I did. Well, analytics didn't work there from the guys in the press box up here as the inning ends, but the Forsters do get a couple RBIs via the ground out and a sac fly off the bat of Jarrett Gray and Owen Young. 5-1, our score here in favor of HU here at FTN Sports. Deal fires down to second. Tyler Pappenbrock ready for inning number 4. Pitch count's a little high for him at 60, but shortened game might help him a little bit. Averaging 20 pitches each inning. He'll have to take on Shalansky at the plate first. As he dribbles this one up to Pappenbrock. Takes a couple steps and underhands to Owen Young for out number 1. That'll help the pitch count.
Yeah, just a little bit. Umpire's going to
Now batting for the Pilots.
walk that ball all the way out to Pappenbrock.
Number 25, Thomas Dolan.
Very interesting umpire behind the plate here today. I love it, though. I love the energy.
Yeah, he's a lot of fun.
Keeping things interesting.
You might get rung up on 2 pitches.
Yeah. Or 3. Thomas Dolan at the plate will take strike 1, looking on Pappenbrock. Lefty-righty matchup.
There's an MLB umpire named CB Buckner.
Yes.
You know CB?
Yep.
He's a lot like that.
You know, if you're an umpire and everybody knows your name, is that really a good thing?
It's rather a good thing or a really bad thing. Because I think we can safely say there's 2 umpires in Major League Baseball who everyone knows the name of, every baseball fan.
Yep, you don't have to say them either.
I'm not going to say
Carson.
them. I think everyone who watches Major League Baseball will know, but the better umpires don't really get the recognition unless they're very animated.
Now, there is the baseball page that I follow, and I think you've seen it
Baseball,
before, too. The umpire report cards.
Yes, I
Yeah.
always look at those.
In the air towards right field, going in, making the catch is Davitt out and right.
This will be the left fielder.
Had to check that was Davitt just to make sure it did go in to replace, re-enter for Max Mosier.
Looks like a 3. 2 3s out there.
I thought Davitt was 33. Maybe he's not.
That's why I said there's 2 3s.
Oh, I thought you said 2-3, like LeBron James 23.
No, like 2 3s.
Gotcha.
No, but yeah.
You see where I got mixed up there?
No, I-
Two.
No, I don't.
Three?
I said there was 2 3s.
Well, the 2 is what I was looking for.
My apologies.
No,
but
you're all good.
I love I love umpire report cards. It's really exciting.
Yeah. They show
Get you-
which pitches they missed and how accurate they were.
Expected. That's another analytic. Expected call.
Yeah. And it helps umpires too. You get to see what you're missing and what you can adjust on. This pitch will be strike 3 on the outside corner. As we end the inning there, Tyler Pappenbrock doing a great job on the mound, keeping the pitch count low as we head to the bottom of the 4th here on FDN Sports. Swingley back on the mound. Another inning of work here for the Pilots. Both Carson and I checking over to see if there's anybody warming up. There is not.
I think there is a plausibility to the theory that we're spending too much time together because we both leaned over at the same
I
time.
know, that was hilarious.
Every time you mention like a pitch counter, if he's still on the mound, it's kind of
Leading off.
Well, Pappenbrock entered the inning with 60.
Home half of the 4th.
Swingley will enter the same inning with 59.
Jaden Deal.
Taking on Jaden Deal. It'll be 9-1-2 for the Foresters. Steele will look at the first pitch for strike 1. 0 for 3 on the day so far. Had to replace Callan Kelsheimer, who got hit with the bat in the first inning. Hopefully he is okay, but man, that has just got a sting.
Yeah, especially you were ready to do a whole 9, you barely get through 1 inning. You didn't even get through a whole inning, and obviously he wants to play as much as possible, but more than anything, we just hope he's healthy.
Deal doing a good job behind the plate today for the Foresters, catching Noah Arbuckle, and Arbuckle had a terrific start for the Foresters. Pappenbrock having a nice day so far himself too, here in the 4th. The freshman Deal down 1-2. That frame didn't even attempt at that one.
Yeah, I was gonna say. It wasn't even that fast either.
The infielder for the Foresters, surprised his instincts didn't tell him to go out and get it.
For the third pop-up to the... Maybe he was confused all these pop-ups, got a slow roller back to him. And he's like, yeah, Satchel can get it.
Here comes the 1-2 again. In the air. We'll see if it stays in play. And it does for Thomas Dolan in right field again. He has had quite the weekend.
Yeah, defensive player of the week, I think. I'll give it to him. If I don't know if that award exists, but the
We should be voters.
Carson Watkins defensive player of the week.
Oh, that's a graphic idea.
It is a graphic. Oh.
Yeah. Well,
We only have one. We might have one more home broadcast. left.
it will debut and end whenever we play Manchester.
If.
When and if, yeah. First pitch to Lichty, called strike one. Outside corner.
What do you get? We need the Ryan Walker something. The Ryan Walker relief pitcher of the week.
I don't know.
Have to figure something out for you.
Hit hard on the ground towards McDonald. He'll go over and make the throw for out number 2.
Because in the majors, there's obviously the Cy Young Award. I don't know what they're going to do in the National League now that the Universal DH has been implemented, but before there was the Edgar Martinez designated hitter of the year.
Let's see, the Walker walk of the game.
The Walker walk of the game.
That seems exciting.
I don't know.
Who had the
Walker
most
walk off of the week?
That could be. The walk off doesn't happen
Yeah, that's what I was
every
going to say.
single time, though. A walk will. So, what was the most impactful walk? That'll get our people to listen.
Man, then inning 5, man, that was just a great walk. Well, I think that might go to a pilot last night. I forget who. I think it might have been Miranda walked with the bases loaded, and then next hit the batter.
Yeah.
So that was a pretty impactful walk. That's the Walker.
It would be interesting, right?
Yeah.
Well, strikeout for McCutcheon here to end the 4th. Really quick inning for both pitchers that hovered around 60 pitches. And we'll head to the top of the 5th. 5-1 our score in favor of HU on FTN Sports. Langston Ginder diving out there in second field on warm-up pitches for the Carson Watkins defensive play of the game
Defensive player
application.
of the week. Yeah. It's the defensive player of the week.
He heard it was available.
Yeah, it's like, oh, got to get the Carson Watkins award.
First pitch to Wiersma is called a strike. Tyler Pappenbrock enters this inning with 69 pitches.
Winner gets a cookie.
Oh, boy. He's had a nice start so far this afternoon.
The guys over there in the dugout missed 2 of their hands as they tried to retrieve it. And the third one got it. You heard like, "Aww." I think that was Cam Dice.
Do-it-all type of player.
The Cam Dice roof shot of the game.
Yep. 1-2 now to Jeremy Wiersma. Gets a swing and miss. Strike 3 from Pappenbrock. Strike out number 5. Calls for an air horn.
Now batting,
DH, Deisler to the plate. 3-hitter in the lineup, 0 for 1 with a walk so far in game 4. First pitch will be a swing and a miss from Deisler. This one skied in the air. See who will make the grab. It's going to be Ian McCutcheon calling off Nicholas Stavitt for out number 2.
Now stepping to
Alex
the
Stout
plate,
to
third
the
baseman
plate
for the
now.
Pilots, number 19.
Has the
Alex
lone
Stout.
RBI, 1 for 2. Had a single back in the 3rd. That brought home Jeremy Wiersma as he swings at the first pitch. Leaping grab by Nick Davitt. Another efficient inning, 1-2-3 from Tyler Pappenbrock. 5-1 Foresters lead here on FTN Sports. Ginder, Wilson, Wolf at the plate here. Ryan Walker, Carson Watkins on the call here today, doing all 4 games.
Been a pleasure.
Thankfully, yes, we appreciate it very much. So it was a 2-man band, although we did get some help from Dylan Herring and Matt Fouts
Yes.
for some technical difficulties.
Leading off here in the home half of the 5th for the
2 for 2 on the day for Ginder. Couple singles, RBI for him, having a much better weekend at the plate. Really good to see for a really good hitter. Swingley ready to deliver pitch number 72. It's swinging.
A little bit of
Foul
action
line of
in the
play.
pen now. Just a little warm up, so we'll see if that transpires in anything.
We'll keep Swingley in there unless some trouble arises for them in this inning, which could happen in the meat of the order. 3-4-5, which has featured 4 hits so far and 6 plate appearances from those 3. Taps this one foul. Ginder's got the 2 singles. Wilson and Wolf 1 apiece. The middle of the order doing a much better job here in game 2 of this doubleheader today. Went a combined 0 for 10 with just the lone RBI.
Now, we talked about earlier how significant a 7 inning is compared to a 9 inning. I mean, you were sitting here thinking, bottom of the 5th, okay, well, Bethel still has time, and they certainly did. Everyone goes dancing over there. But now, you're like, oh, wow, they only have 2 more innings to scrape together 4 runs if the Foresters do not score here. Only just a completely different dynamic. It's strange. But I like it. Nothing like NAIA baseball.
2-2, this one right back to Swingley, who makes the play. Underhands towards Cooper Tolson at first for out number 1. Ginder will move to 2 for 3 in game 4. Satchel Wilson will come up to the plate for the 3rd time, 1 for 2 so far.
The shortstop, number 12,
Had a really nice swing to opposite field that unfortunately ended the game back in game 1.
Yeah, especially that one
Today.
would have carried. It would have probably went out of here.
This one's hit hard to left field this time, and that one will drop for a base hit. Wilson, a hard round. Helmet flying off, goes back to first. Has a second hit in this game to bring up Matt Wolf.
They do sell chin straps for those things, but I've never seen someone wearing one.
No.
As long as it's on at the plate, you should be fine.
The designated hitter, number 24, Matt Wolf.
Wolf with a base hit back in the third. This one skied in the air towards right field. Going back, track, wall, and we'll smell ya. Home run for Matt Wolf. Takes a 7-1 lead. What a home run with some power, Carson, to opposite field.
Yeah, he just got a hold of that one and had a couple really good games. You know, a couple low calorie hits. I'll really take that one. He throws his helmet, puts on the Dewey, and does he? I don't know. Langston Ginder did that yesterday. We need some originality.
Oh, I know. When you're put on the spot, it's tough to come up with a dance move, though. For some people, at least. This one's hit high in the air towards right field. A little bit more playable, though, for Shalaski, who makes the catch for out number 2.
Now batting for the Foresters, the first baseman, number 18, Owen Young.
Owen Young to the plate. Allowed out from Jarrett Gray for second out of the inning. After Wolf went yard, and that one's going to be a base hit for Owen Young.
Gonna have Davitt bat again. And now the action in the bullpen
Now batting
seems to go into full warm-up session.
number 33, Nick Davitt.
Davitt to the plate, as Carson just mentioned.
Yep.
Was replaced by Mosier and then re-entered back in the third inning, in which Mosier struck out, and it looks like
Going to the pen.
Zartman will be going to the bullpen. Foresters get 2 more on Sullivan Swingley to end his day off of the bat of Matt Wolf. It'll be 7 runs on the lefty here. We'll be right back with some stats and who's pitching here on FTN Sports. What did we find out, Carson?
I don't know. We do not know who's on the mound.
We're all scrambling here. They have a pitcher on the mound with no number on the roster here. We're going to send our trusty analytic expert, Russ Lawson, out into the stands to figure that out for us, I guess. Nick Davitt to the plate. Ground into a fielder's choice.
Maybe Zach's actually going to make an appearance finally. No, he has a game tonight.
Well, that would be unfair. Well, he did pitch last night.
Yes, he did.
In the game, so I guess he could be available. Sure they'd want him at the game, though. That one's going to hurt, though. Yeah, always tough. So you didn't see it on the online roster either, Carson?
Nope, no 27.
Jeez. Chase Lotzmock, and I believe that's number 21 here, the freshman from Niles, Michigan.
All right.
All right.
There he is.
There we go.
He's pitched 23 innings. Hasn't been credited with a save. He started one game. Has a 6.65 earned run average. Has gone deep 2 times. Has had batters go deep 2 times. But has 18 strikeouts on the year.
14 appearances. Got good strikeout numbers on the year. And wears 2 different uniforms.
Why not? Nothing wrong with a nice little jersey collection.
This one high in the air towards deep right center field. Going back, and that one is gone. We'll smell you, Nico Davitt. 3rd home run of the year. Welcome to the ball game number 27, I guess. Davitt homers, 9-1 Foresters lead. The tale of 2 different stories, Carson, with the bats
Unreal.
for the Foresters. Do you think we could cut this in half and maybe put them onto the first couple games and
I don't know.
sweep
We'll
the
have to,
series?
maybe we'll go down to the dugout. They'll be like, hey, Walker, you need to interview this guy right here. It's like, no, everyone sit down. We're going to figure this out. We're going to psychoanalyze all of you. What is it? What's the difference between game 1 and game 2? I mean, outside of like being galvanized, but be galvanized in game 1.
Jaden Deal to the plate. Hits this one on the ground towards Alex Stout. He'll glove over and make the play. Not before the Foresters score 4. Two-run blast. Matt Wolf, Nico Davitt here on FTN Sports. 9-1 Foresters. Tyler Pappenbrock, 76 pitches through 5 here. Pitch count was a little bit in question. Now looks a little bit better. Carson, what have you liked from him so far? He's got 5 strikeouts. He's looked really good.
Well, you took it away from me. I think the 5 strikeouts are huge.
Sorry, I tried to set you up, and then I completely botched it for you. As Davitt will make the catch.
Pitching really well to contact, getting Low velocity fly balls out to his outfield, really good shots to his infield to make good plays.
Now batting, the
He's
first
gone.
baseman, number 12.
He's only given up at most 3 hits in 1 inning. And that was in the
It was in the third, yeah.
and especially we just cannot credit him enough for that first inning. I mean, bases loaded, and everyone in the stadium was like, "Oh boy, this is just not the Foresters' day." Got out of a bases loaded jam with no outs. One of the harder things to do in this sport as a pitcher.
It's a great point, Carson. That might have killed some momentum. Maybe that would have trickled into the game here. That wouldn't put up the Foresters 9. You know, we've banded around a little bit and just said, what in the world is the difference between game 1 and game 2?
Yeah, we have to psychoanalyze these guys.
I think strike 3 called, or excuse me, swing and a miss from Cooper Tolson to get a quick 2 outs. But Carson, you know, they take 2 innings away, but the Foresters probably average more runs in the second game than the first for some reason.
You know, I'll have to run the math during Easter break. Sorry, family, no Easter time. I got to look at my analytics. But
You better not be doing that,
I
Carson.
won't do that. You're gonna hi, Mrs. Watkins. This is Ryan. Did Carson spend time with you on Easter? Because he came to the podcast with a lot of information.
Yes, he did. You can tell when we have a break when Carson comes back with all of this analytical stuff.
And,
And no homework done from either of us.
I do my homework.
On the ground toward the shortstop, Wilson. 1-2-3 inning for Tyler Pappenbrock. Hold that thought, Carson. Whatever it was, we'll come back and talk about it in the next inning here on FTN Sports. Chase Lots back onto the mound. Spells it Lotsbach. Carson had a joke. This better be funny. Go ahead, Carson.
I was just going to say, if you go back and listen to Choppin' Wood episodes from earlier this season.
For basketball, yeah.
Yes, for basketball. You can see like how much my analyst improved during J term because I had nothing else to do
That's
but
true.
go to basketball games and look stuff up.
And hang out at the FTN sports class.
Yes, I did. I just hung out there. I decided to take a class in the morning, and then Adam Widener said, "Hey, you can just come hang out."
Yeah.
I was like, "Sure, I'll help run some cameras." And then every day I just went in there and grabbed a basketball and embarrassed myself for 3 hours, and then left.
Yeah, somehow we both didn't improve on the court playing for 2 hours every single day during J term. I thought, I'd improve something, maybe ball handling skills or shooting ability. Ooh, ow. Well, I thought it hit him in the foot.
Nope.
Maybe it did on the bounce. Lichty will stay at the plate. I thought it got him. Maybe Lichty just wants to swing. 1 for 3 so far in this game. Swings and misses.
To quote assistant coach Ryan Strom, where's your 1v1 partner? All those 1v1s those days.
I got you most of the time.
Yes, you did.
Yep.
Especially because Adam Widener would come up to, "Hey, you guys are gonna run full court." We're like,
Yeah.
I was not prepared to run full court today. Oh, did not
Do
notice
have
that.
taken some time for catcher here. Miguel Meal. Tough day for catchers so far today, Carson. We've seen a couple foul tips to the mask. We've seen a swing that had Kelsheimer's hand, wrist, or something that took him out. Always pretty much a tough day for catchers at the plate nonetheless. Looked like it could have been on a foul tip or the swing of Lichty as looks like Corbin Greenslade with the equipment ready to go just in case. And they are going to take him out of this game, looks like it. Very unfortunate for both teams losing their catchers. Corbin Greenslade will be behind the plate. He caught game 2 yesterday, so he'll get some time in game 2 as well here. Got a couple warm-up pitches, and Lotzback is ready to go. Seen a couple catchers get taken out. Really unfortunate for both teams. Just hoping they're okay. So Lichty taps this one towards left field. Miranda didn't have to take really much steps to go make that grab, and he does. For out number 1.
Now batting for the Foresters, the center fielder, number 4, Ian McCutcheon.
McCutcheon swings and misses. An outside pitch. He struck out on a pitch similar to that one back in the 4th. As he's 1 for 3 in this game here, 2 for 6 so far this afternoon. It's this one towards the left field side. Gloving it is Stout. Makes a throw and fires it over to first. Had a lot of mustard on that one. And makes the play.
Next up for the Foresters will be the second baseman, number 3, Langston Ginder.
So I'll bring up Langston Ginder and try to start a 2-out rally for the Foresters. They hold a 9-1 lead here in the bottom of the 6th. This one will be ripped into right field for a first pitch. Base hit from Langston Ginder. That's his 3rd single in game 4 here, Carson. Not bad to see, huh?
No, not at all. Help your batting average, get on base. Now I just need some help from Satchel Wilson to stop grounding to the middle infield to get him out at second. If the Foresters able to pull this out, who's your main interview candidate? Let's see what
I was
Ryan.
thinking about that. I could get Matt Wolf
Yeah.
up the 2-run
Well,
shot. I could get Tyler Pappenbrock too.
Oh, Tyler Pappenbrock might be a good one. 4 hits, 1 run.
He had a tough first interview with me, where I didn't have the microphone yet, so it was tough to hear, and he knew that somebody was behind him doing something, and McCutcheon was kind of jawing with him, not obviously not meanly, but was talking to him throughout the interview, and he was I think he was a little nervous up there, so maybe he'll get some redemption here, Carson.
Yeah, we'll have to see. Well, I'm curious also. Ryan Hale said he's been brainstorming some new fun activities to do in the
Oh
back.
gosh, yeah, I did set up Pappenbrock for failure here, didn't I? Oh boy. I wish him luck if that's who we end up choosing. Wilson will rope this one into center. Going over and making the catch. That was Shalaski to end the inning. Foresters get a 2-out hit from Langston Ginder, but that's all they can get here on FTN Sports. one last inning for Pappenbrock, barring potentially an 8-run inning or more by the Pilots. We'll have to get it started with Jake Shalaski, who made the last out in the bottom of the sixth.
We were talking on the podcast, Ryan. We were saying that the Foresters really need to stop giving up so many runs in like a certain inning. Well, they've stopped doing that, but now they just need to start playing
Right.
2 games on a day. Make sure their offense works for
It's
2
just
games.
been they haven't seemed to put both together, pitching and hitting on the same side. But this game so far, they've done both of that. And they've got a 9-1 lead. Pappenbrock will give up a leadoff base hit to Shalaski to start things off. And if you were to start a rally, it would be at the bottom of the order with Thomas Dolan coming up to the plate. And then top with Andrew Miranda coming up on deck.
Shows you how dangerous he's been today, but no action in the Forester bullpen. I'm pretty sure they're surely expecting Pappenbrock to go the distance here, but we'll just have to see.
First pitch in there just misses. Came into the inning with 85 pitches. That pitch count has found its groove lately here. I think we entered the 3rd inning with 60 pitches. Carson, he's only thrown 25 since, not including this inning obviously so far, but it's really, really efficient, Carson.
Yeah.
Just thinking about that. 6 strikeouts so far in as many innings. He's just had a really good ERA in conference play this year, Carson. He's done a great job as a freshman, a lefty. He's got some really, really nice pitches and really good program that Joey Butts is on too in the off season and in season, I guess. Well, we'll get one on here. First and second, nobody out.
Yeah, quick mound visit. Calm Tyler Pappenbrock down a little bit.
Pappenbrock this season with a 4.67 ERA. In the conference, though, 2.36.
My
Not
goodness.
including this game, which is not over yet, obviously.
Now batting for the Pilots, the left fielder, number 6, Andrew Miranda.
They bring up to the top of the lineup now Andrew Miranda. 0 for 2 with the walks so far in this one against Pappenbrock. You'll look at the first pitch for a strike. Carson, if you were to try to get 8 runs, you'd think this would be the perfect opportunity getting your first 2 guys on 8 and 9 hole slots.
Absolutely.
Almost, well, he did hit him and now loads the bases.
Well, this is the second time this game Tyler Pappenbrock's to deal with bases loaded, no outs. I believe that they
Started
do
it,
have
yeah.
Horton warming up, though, just in case.
Started the game with bases loaded, nobody out, and so far he's ending the game here in the 7th inning with bases loaded, nobody out. Bringing up Jeremy Wiersma to the plate. He's 2 for 3 off him so far, so he's seeing him well. As he swings and misses at that first pitch high and inside. Struck out back in the 5th, which started a 1-2-3 inning. He had back-to-back 1-2-3 innings in the 4th, 5th, and 6th, and now has a little bit of trouble here. I don't know when Coach Abbott and Coach Frame in the dugout would call for maybe a bullpen relief option. This one's hit hard into left field. Gray is going back. He'll make the catch as this one will be thrown in to home for run number 2 for the Pilots. Now the score is 9-2. A much needed out though, Carson. You will trade outs for runs any day at this point.
Absolutely, especially with the cushion you have.
Now batting, the designated hitter, number 2, Dominic Deisler.
I'll bring up the 3-hole man, Dominic Deisler. I'll tell you what, off the bat, it looked like that had a potential to
Yeah.
really clear the wall or maybe go for extra bases, but Jarrett Gray made an adjustment to his route and made the catch. which is that important. So Pappenbrock credited now with 2 earned runs in the game. He's got 3 walks. I believe he's hit 2. Yes, he has hit 2. This one hit hard over there near the stream. Is going to bounce on a couple rocks and go into the stream here at Forest Glen Park. 1-1 the count now with 1 out. Pappenbrock gets that in there for strike 2. Strikeout would be really key here, or get a ground ball somewhere, Carson.
I think the strikeout would be better at this point, unless you can get it in the middle infield. Try to.
Swing and a miss. Carson wishes and gets it granted with first strike 3.
Finally, something I asked for came true.
Second, first strikeout of the inning for Pappenbrock. 7th of the game, nearing 100 pitches on the day. It looks like they'll go with him here as they still have, I think you're right, Isaac Horton out there warming up with Alex Stout at the plate. Swing and a miss for first pitch, and you're going to have to get Stout out here because McDonald sits on deck, who's just had a feast with Forrester pitching this weekend. The 0-1, tapped on the ground towards Lichty. Throws over to second, makes the play, and the Forester salvages split in this series, winning Game 4 9-2. Tale of losing Game 1 for the Foresters and winning Game 2 with a bunch of runs. Carson.
Waking the bats up.
Yeah. Final impressions there, Carson.
Yeah, Foresters playing really good in Game 2 and 4. Those 9-inning games, offense needs to pick up a little bit. And good pitching performances all around.
Absolutely, Carson. Well, thanks everybody for listening this weekend. Really appreciate your support. We hope this isn't the last series here. We hoping to get the Manchester series in here. But so long from Ryan Walker, Carson Watkins here on FTN Sports. Foresters get the win and split the series with the Bethel Pilots.